Hey, I noticed you hadn't put out a new video in a what? Oh, um, yeah, I'm just gonna go. The credits are rolling anyway. Today I'm throwing it back to a movie that premiered in 2018. Wow, 2018. That feels like a decade ago now. It was a different time then. Anyway, that movie is Tag, a loosely based on a true story movie about a group of old middle aged friends that play a children's game once a year in the month of May to stay young. We were going to review another movie called Thunder Thighs. Wait, no, that's not right. Let me see here. Ah, yes, Thunder Force, about another group of middle aged friends becoming superheroes. But that movie wasn't worth reviewing. I remember going to watch Tag in theaters. Alex and I watched it together, and we absolutely loved it. Tag is fun, action packed, and an amazing concept. Everyone who watches this movie fantasizes about playing the game themselves. The very concept is enticing, and it makes the whole experience an absolute joy to be a part of. Unlike Wild Force, for example, which is. No, that doesn't sound right. What was it again? Thunder Force, an utterly unenjoyable experience. In movie Tag for the entire month of May, 5 best friends play tag. Simple enough, right? Well, the boundaries are not limited to the 4 corners of the playground. This is the real adult world. Nowhere is off limits. Hoagie kicks things off by getting a job as a janitor at Callahan's company and uses his new position to get close to Callahan, trapping him while in an interview for the New York Times. He tags Callahan and explains that Pierce is retiring Tag next year. So this is the last chance they have to tag the untaggable Pierce. Callahan is not so optimistic, but Hoagie has a plan to tag Pierce at his wedding. Intrigued, the New York Times reporter tags along, and our plot moves forward. Unintentional pun achieved. Here we get into the get the gang back together stage of the movie. This stage's primary purpose is to introduce the characters and outline the rules. The stage ends when the gang fails to tag Pierce for the first time in the movie, and everyone signs an agreement saying that tag will not be played during any wedding-related events. Regardless, many wacky hijinks and shenanigans continue to take place, with every plan to tag Pierce ending in disaster. And while this movie was definitely not a disaster, it did have a few problems I wanted to touch on. First of all, you might be distracted by everything that's going on and miss the fact that an illegal tag takes place. You really have to keep track of who tags whom, but if you do, remember that you can't tag the person that tagged you. Second of all, there's a bit of an issue pertaining to time and how events correlate to other events. Specifically, how much time it takes to do certain things. I'll go into a little bit more detail here because it's kind of complicated. The gang goes to Pierce's gym looking for information about Pierce's whereabouts. After nearly committing a war crime, the gym employee discloses the information they need. Pierce is at an AA meeting. Currently, Like, as in right now, as all of this is happening. The AA meeting is also happening. The gang then somehow has enough time to set up 1,000 mousetraps outside of this building and secure all of the exits, and then infiltrate the AA meeting without being detected. That's not just unlikely. It's actually impossible. And I don't care how entertaining it was. I won't stand for it. I mentioned earlier that Tag is loosely based on real-life events. And while most movies based on real life aren't airtight reenactments, Tag takes a few more creative liberties than most. The overall effect that it has on the movie is that it makes it more fun and entertaining overall, but leaves something to be desired when it comes to realism. Tag is a good movie, and if you haven't seen it yet, we highly recommend it. However, on the VNI Nation movie rating scale, we got there, we rate Tag a 6 out of 10. Above average. Thundercats, on the other hand, no, it's not Thundercats, was it? Thunderbirds, Thunderbolts, Thunderball, Thunderstruck, Thunder Force. Ah, yes, Thunder Force. Yeah, that movie was like a 3 out of 10. Would not recommend it. If you've got a movie you want us to review, let us know. Leave a comment, reach out to us through social media, and if you're feeling really generous, check us out on Patreon, where you can guarantee that we will review your movie. All the links can be found in the Linktree in the description of this video, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell, and we will see you the next time the credits roll.